Welcome everyone to our full moon in Cancer. This is our Astro Numerology activations, formerly called training. This is what's happening in the stars during this full moon. So I'll invite us to open our circle, taking a deep breath in. So allowing your shoulders to relax. The next deep breath in and out, we're going to drop our fingers facing forward, spread them apart, hold them out as far as is comfortable for you, and just notice how outside of your left hand is the past and outside of your right hand is the future, and how here in the center is this beautiful space of now that we've carved out to immerse ourselves in this energy of the upcoming full moon. Another breath in and out. Bring your hands back into prayer pose for a moment. Just calling our circle into being, connecting in energetically with each other, with our guides, with those who love us unconditionally. Beautiful. I'm delivering this portion of the temple circle to us by recording because we are in the middle of Vision Quest and we're going to be working with our vision casting. And so I wanted to leave us plenty of space and time for that. So the full moon in Cancer has, of course, the moon in Cancer and the sun opposite in Capricorn. And the two of them are creating an almost exact trine from the sun to Uranus and a sextile from the moon to Uranus. Now, all this connection to Uranus is stimulating breakthroughs, inspiration, and changes. Uranus is in the sign of Venus, so the focus is on liberation regarding love and money. Woohoo! So our love and money issues are more enhanced and favored at this time. Well, the moon and the sun are at 16 degrees, remembering that this is our fourth consecutive full moon at 16 degrees. Next month, we'll have the full moon at 16 as well, for a total of 5 consecutive moons. And we know that 5 is one of the numbers that's activated in 2023. So the 16 activates the 7, 6 and 1 equals 7. And that's another number activated by 2023, because 20 and 23 equals 7. And the date, January 6th, so 1-6 is also a 7. We have set up a 7777 code of inspiration, research, spiritual pursuits, and it adds to the rest and reflection theme that's already in play as both Mars and Mercury are retrograde. Cancer is the most sentimental of signs. It's the part of you that reminisces and feels nostalgic. So taking a final look back at whatever you are leaving behind and consigning it to the past. This full moon is particularly suited for the backward glance as it's nudging up against Mercury in retrograde. And the retrogrades always are a looking back and a letting go period. So we're going to use these energies to forgive and move on from anything in your life that you are being encouraged to release, to let go of, to move on from. It's the idea of not that whatever we're leaving behind was bad or wrong or any of that, but imagine it as a stepping stone. So that was where you were, and now you're moving up. You've got to step off of that stone or that step to step onto the next higher one. That's all this is about. Now, the forgiveness piece is where we look at the past stepping stones as mistakes, or as something that if we had not done whatever we did, it would not have happened, and that is just silliness. Everything in the universe happens to us for our good. Might there have been easier ways to navigate? Of course. But we are going to get, in the end, to where our soul wants to be. We can do it by being pulled through a knot hole backwards, or we can surrender and release and flow, and we can do it with grace and ease. That's some free will coming in there. You're going to go where you're going to go. How you go is your choice. And we're all learning here how to be more in the free will, how to work with the universe and not against it. So what area of your life is being activated at this time? So using your rising sign, if you're aware of it, or your sun sign, this is the house that's being activated by this full moon. So if your rising sign or your sun sign is in Aries, it is the fourth house. So it's whatever areas are covered by the fourth house. And remember, in your Vision Quest guidebook, you do have a list of the houses and what they're ruling, what part of life they rule. So again, Aries is the fourth house, Taurus is the third, Gemini is the second, Cancer is the first, Leo is the 12th, Virgo is the 11th, Libra is the 10th, Scorpio the 9th, Sagittarius the 8th, Capricorn the 7th, Aquarius the 6th, and Pisces the 5th house. It's always good to know what area you can expect some movement in. And remember, now we've got this extra blessing here around love and money. So looking at the gates, because we are in a full moon and the sun and the moon are opposite each other, they light up and activate two different gates. So the sun is activating gate 54, and the visual representation of that is the card on the left that looks kind of like it's got some squares in it. And that is the card of divine inspiration. Now, the challenge of the energy, or our growing edge with the energy of divine inspiration, is to learn to be a conduit for divine inspiration, to be patient and to wait for alignment and right timing before taking action, to be at peace with the stewardship for ideas, and to learn to trust the divine trajectory of an inspiration. And the mastery of this energy is the ability to cultivate a deep relationship with the divine muse, to nurture the inspirational fruits of that muse, and to serve as a steward for an inspiration by aligning the energy, by aligning the idea energetically and preparing the way by laying foundational action and building. So it's to serve as a steward for an inspiration by aligning the idea energetically and preparing the way by laying foundational action and building. Now, the unbalanced expression, or the unaware, the way we used to be, we all still use all these gates, even if we're not aware, is to react to the pressure that you have to fulfill an inspiration and to use force to push the inspiration into form. Even though it might not be your idea or dream to manifest, or it may not be the right time to bring it forth. So deep breath in on that one, because if you're anything like me, you recognize when you used to do that. So let's look at the EFT for this gate. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I now choose to dream wildly and trust that my dreams will come true. All I have to do is focus my mind, trust, and know that all will unfold perfectly. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And our affirmation for this gate: I am a divine conduit for inspiration. Through me, new ideas about creating sustainability and peace on the planet are born. I tend to my inspirations, give them love and energy, and prepare the way for their manifestations in the material world. And the moon is activating gate 56, and that is the gate of expansion. The challenge of this gate is to learn to share stories and inspirations with the right people at the right time. To learn to tell stories of expansion, not depletion and contraction. The mastery of this energy is the ability to share stories and inspiration that stimulate expansion and possibility-oriented thinking in others for the sake of stimulating powerful emotional energy that creates evolution and growth. Now, the lower end and the unaware energy of this gate is to get lost or stuck in stories and narratives that are limiting, to tell stories that contract and deplete the energy of others. And a deep breath in and out. And I'm kind of feeling called in this moment. I know that all of us have been at this point, at some point in our evolution, that we have told stories that contracted and depleted the energy of others. And here at this full moon, I'm just going to invite us placing your hands on your heart. And let's use Ho'oponopono to share with the universe and clear these places where we have done this. We did them in our unawareness. If you're not familiar with Ho'oponopono, just repeat the phrases after me. I am sorry. And you're sorry that in your unawareness that you told these stories. Please forgive me. You're asking for forgiveness for sharing stories that depleted others in your ignorance and unawareness. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And a deep breath in. Our EFT for this gate, even though I'm afraid to share my ideas, I now choose to take leadership with my inspirations and share my precious ideas with others. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And the affirmation for gate 56, expansion. I am a divine storyteller. The stories of possibility that I share have the power to inspire others to grow and expand. I use my words as a template for possibility and expansion for the world. I inspire the world with my words. Deep breath in. Beautiful. Thank you so much for spending this time with me as we are engaged fully in this beautiful full moon, dancing with Mother Earth and Grandmother Moon, dancing in these energies that the stars and planets afford us as humans. Closing this portion of the circle, knowing that we will reconvene for our vision quest, vision casting. So much love to you.